Hello, welcome to my channel Master DAX. So now today we'll be covering a function called Calendar Auto. So this is part of the date and time series function. So this is a second function, Calendar Auto. Okay, let's go to the Power BI to see a practical implementation. Okay, so what this function Calendar Auto does is Calendar Auto will it's a similar to calendar function. It will also create a table. It creates a table automatically by taking the dates from your data set. Meaning you must be having a date column in your data set. So what calendar auto function does is it takes the dates automatically from your data sets, the start date, which is mainly a minimum date, and the maximum date from your data set, and it creates a calendar table basis that. So it's a function that will create a table automatically. I'll just explain you with the example what I'm saying. Okay, let's take first, this is a sample superstore data set that is available on the internet. Okay, so what I've done is I have the order date here and the ship date. So let's take an example of order date. So I'll just drag the order date here. Okay, let's take some other example. Okay. Okay, first what I'll do is I will create a table using calendar auto function. Okay, so what I'll do is I'll go to the modeling and I go to new table. I'll just click on new table, and the formula bar will open, and I will just type in a name of my table, calendar table. Okay, so I'll use a function called calendar auto, and I'll not, this is, it takes the argument fiscal year end month, and I'll just do not supply any argument, and I can see on the right side my table has been created. Okay, to see what are the dates in my table, I'll just drag the date to the canvas, and I'll quickly remove the default behavior of creating a hierarchy. So I'll just have here, I'll change the hierarchy to the date. So it should show now all the dates present. By change, first I have to change the visualization to table to have all the dates displayed. So now I have all the dates starting from 1st January 2016 till I have dates. Okay, so I think I have the data till to 2019. So I have 3 years of data. Okay, so first I will just change the format, change first the data type to date and the format to date only. Okay, so from this, let's say I want to first see what is the minimum date in my table and what is the maximum date in my table. Okay, so I'll just click on this field and I go to modeling to create a new measure. So I'm using a minimum and maximum function to get the minimum and maximum date. So max, I will use max function to get the date, max of date. So I'll use a calendar table and the date column. So I have the maximum date, and I will quickly create one more measure for minimum date. Minimum date. Okay. So I have maximum and minimum date. So I'll just drag the maximum date to the canvas and change the visualization to a card to have the maximum date displayed, and I have the minimum date displayed using a card. Okay, so I have my data starting from 2016 till 2020. So this is my order date. So if I check in my data set, I have this date, order date starting from this date and ending on this date. So that's how my calendar table is created, basis taking the order date in my data set. Okay, so that's how you create a calendar auto, which is more efficient per function to use rather than using calendar function. So both have their own uh, reasons to use. So you can decide based on the requirement. Okay, so that was my explanation on calendar auto. Okay, thank you so much.